picture perfect guy, the very best of times, and you were all mine. You promised me.
Can you fall in love with someone when there is little sexual chemistry? So I'll just do my first line and you can throw yours in there. I think for this to work, you must have had to have developed a really, really big friendship with this person. Because for you to say, yes, I'm going to marry you or be with you forever, you have had to have something that was so powerful for you to say, okay, the sex isn't going to be such a big deal.
You're in love during that honeymoon phase of the relationship. Love to me is a choice. Love isn't something that you sit there and say, oh, when the person's there. Love is a choice that you make that you're going to be with this person because they provide security. You have a certain level of trust with them. You have companionship. There are lots of things that you blend in that makes that relationship. That have nothing to do with the physical aspect of it whatsoever.
That sounds like a friendship. Like a really good friendship that you're cohabitating. So what happens then if you don't have that chemistry?
I think that chemistry develops. I really believe that chemistry develops. I've been in situations where I've been in relationships with women as just friends, like, just regular ordinary friends, that I eventually developed quite an attraction to them.
So you're unique. Because most people need that instant gratification when they meet somebody. They will not invest 6 months to a year. I think it can happen, but I think attraction is fairly immediate. Where you look at,
absolutely.
I'm not saying perfect attraction. I'm just saying, could I sleep with this person? Could I be with this person?
Without a doubt, in our society today, that question is asked instantly, and that question is decided instantly.
Hey, what if there was no sexual chemistry, but yet you were sort of put into a position where you've been with them for a long time, you liked so much about them? Could you stay in that relationship?
Again, I think so. I believe so. And again, this is
we're going to get letters on this one.
Hey,
there's no way guys are going to agree with this.
Well, again, this might be at a certain age level, you come to realize that,
you know what? You're right on the money about the age thing, because that's where companionship comes in.
A point in your life where you realize that, hey, you know what? Sex is like 10 to 30 minutes of physical exercise, for lack of a better word. And yes, it makes you feel good. There's endorphins that come out and all that kind of stuff.
Steve.
There's endorphins that come out. You feel good. You think you're on a high, like you are experiencing a natural high. But that goes away.
Well, let me tell you something. I did a little investigation on numerous blogs, websites about it. That majority of people, they say if there's a little, they can stay. If there's no attraction, but they really like the person as a friend, within 5 years, 6 years, they're unhappy. They want out. And there was so much of it that it blew me away.
Again, I can understand that in our current society, where we're inundated with the ideal woman, the ideal man, where you can get in a relationship and get out of a relationship by signing a piece of paper, where it's literally too easy. It's too easy to say I do.
You're right.
And then
That's
say
a really
I
good
don't.
point. That's a really good point.
You take that away, and I think those very same people would very quickly change their minds.
You're right, because I look back and one of the reasons I do this talk show is because I was a bit of a serial dater for a while. and I was because I needed that newness and that excitement. There's a lot of people that are addicted to that.
But don't you find now that that, okay, every relationship is going to be like that? That
now
you're going to be in there for 6 months, and it's going to be a fantastic 6 months, and then you're going to want to leave, and then you're going to just redo the whole thing. Whereas if you stick it out for another 6 months, then you realize, oh, you know what? I really do like this girl. Or aren't there a couple of relationships that you look back on and say, gee, you know what? I really didn't change anything by leaving that one and getting this one. I should have maybe stayed on that one.
You know what Steve is saying is super good points for anybody like in the younger years as well, because the one thing is we make a lot of mistakes, and God knows I did, and you make a lot of mistakes and you learn the hard way because you just keep repeating them because it feels good, it's exciting. But I think I'd rather have more of the everything else and a decent sex life than the fabulous sex life and minimal of the other stuff.
Well, your sex life is what, maybe 5% of your relationship?
10 minutes according to Steve.
Okay, give it even an hour. 1 hour out of 24 in a
Yeah,
day,
it's true.
that's less than 10% of your
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
So what are you going to focus on?
And when you get to the
What's
lawn
really
bowling
important?
age, I mean, you know, how much are you doing
Well,
it,
yeah,
really?
Yeah.
You know.
Actually, now with Viagra, a lot more.
Yeah, poor girls. The guys are chasing them around. Anyway, let us know what you think. I think that was a great topic, and thanks for running in about that. And please keep those coming because I need show topics all the time. So take care, everyone. We'll talk to you later. Bye.